Well, reporting live from the District of Columbia, we're at Solace, Southwest DC. Last game of the season, 38 games in. I got Sam Jones, CEO, founder of Red Devils DC. We call him the golfer of the Red Devils DC Supporters Club. I got Patrick with me too. My name is Kunam, and we're just out here after a whole season. It's been a roller coaster level kind of season. You know, Sam, I wanted you to just reflect on the trajectory of the whole season, the high points, the low points, and just a summary of how the whole thing panned out and how we got here.
Season of two halves, I
Yeah.
guess. We had the first half, which wasn't great. It was up and down a lot. We were mid-table, looking bleak. And then, Ruben forced his hand with that interview after the Leeds game. And
We bring the glory days again.
yeah. And then, Carrick came in and lifted spirits. And, you saw an instant bounce. It wasn't just that new manager bounce either. I think you can see that with the lads and him getting his contracts and that kind of thing. But, tale of two halves of the season, and, only ways up from here. Like, I think, the relief's back.
Yeah.
Next season will be really interesting. Can Arsenal, hold on to that? I don't think so. Clip that.
Yeah.
Liverpool, who knows what they're doing. City, new manager, no Pep. They lost today, which was a great way to send him off, I thought. So we'll see. I'm optimistic, cautiously. I mean, this team needs an awful lot. We're thin. We played 40 games this season. It's the lowest since the 1930s. Yeah, 1930s, right? Which is crazy. Nearly 100 years.
That's
Which is mad. It's mad. So, we need a lot. We're losing a big presence in Casemiro. He's going to be a huge gap to fill, not only on the pitch, but in that dressing room as well. And a big summer ahead, and I get the right tools in there. Definitely need at least two, maybe three midfielders. Maybe a left or a right back. We'll see, and then maybe a bit more help up top. We can't just rely on Sesko, and we'll see. But I'm cautiously optimistic. Big summer ahead, right? It all depends on how we do there. But for this season, couldn't have asked for a better position in the league. Honestly, if you'd told me third at the beginning of the season, I'd just sacked your hand off, which is crazy. Especially after last season. From 15th to 3rd, come on. Yeah. We couldn't have asked for anything better, right? Unbelievable.
It's a mixture of emotions and the reality and how things can change in a few games.
Right.
I always say
it was a weird feeling going in today, right?
Yeah.
Knowing what Arsenal have done after 20 plus years or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And, us really not playing for anything, but to see a performance like that at the end of the season, we could have just, seasons past, we would have down tools, right? We'd just been we're already on the beach, whatever. But, the lads showed a little something today.
Absolutely.
And then, it gives you a little bit more positivity going into the summer. We'll just see how they come out, end of August, when the season kicks off.
Yeah, and it's for United fans too. It's an interesting time to be a United fan because I don't think you can hang your hat on a specific kind of emotion. Because to your point, coming into the season, I think we were all looking at Europa League finish spots.
Europe,
just some form of Europe. Yeah. But here's where we are. We finished third in the league in United standards. So I think it's this mixture of where United is right now, because for United standards, even a third place finish is still not good enough. But you also can't be oblivious of the fact that the team has, improved a whole lot on the Carrick.
Yeah.
But just taking, how much should we hang our hats on who United should be and using that to propel the team into the future?
History's a thing, right?
Yeah.
We're the most dominant team in Premier League history. If not,
Clip that as well.
yeah, clip that too. But we've got 13 Premier League titles for a reason, right? And it's because of what we've done in the past. And third under Sir Alex was seen as a failure.
Right.
I mean, he never finished below third. So it's something to. The league's very different now. It's way more competitive than it used to be. There's multiple teams that can win the league, whereas it used to just be one or two. It's a completely different league nowadays. But I think this is it couldn't have gone better in the league. In the end, like it was looking bad there for a bit. I mean, I know this guy was big ripping out,
right.
So, but it's a positive spin on what could have been an absolute disaster of a season. I mean, with the cups was inexcusable, right?
Yeah.
Like going out in the first round in both cup competitions like that. It's for a team our size, it shouldn't be happening. But it happens, and but there's a lot of deadwood still in that team. There's a lot of players that just I'm going to cut it, and I hope that they do the right thing and we get the right players in and back the manager, which I think they will, and we'll see. I mean, I'm glad we've got somebody in there that knows the club.
Right.
I'm glad that his backroom staff stayed on for another 2 years with him. I think that's huge. I think that goes a long way. Because that would have made me a bit more nervous if we didn't keep the likes of Steve Holland, Johnny Evans, Jonathan Woodgate, those guys. I think they've had a big part of this as well. So that makes me feel a little bit calmer for what's to come. We'll see what happens in the transfer window. Hopefully there's a couple of signings in there that we can get excited for. I think that the blueprints there for what we did last off-season, Premier League proven for the most part. Sesko is a little bit different, but Premier League proven players. I mean, look at some of our top players this season: Burmo, Cunha. Lamans was probably for me. Bruno was on his own, but like if Lamans was the signing of the summer, I know obviously he didn't come from the Premier League, but as soon as we made that switch from him. Unbelievable.
He held it down.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it's amazing what it does for the confidence of a team just to have a safe pair of hands back there.
Absolutely.
We tried it with Anana and the playing out the back and that kind of stuff, and fair enough, whatever. I mean, like that, it was always going to be tough after De Gea, I think, and it's like the job after Sir Alex. You never wanted that one, right? So. I'm glad, I think Lamans was a great signing, and then everybody else I think was a great signing too. I think, slow start for a couple of them, but Cunha, it took him quite a bit to get going, but once he got going, Jesus, such a player. I
mean, all of our new signings had, the attacking players had 10 goals.
Yes,
they really held it down. I'm also going to make this a subliminal to some of our legends that talk a lot of shop, but never strap up the boots and get on the coaching staff. If you want United to change, Evans and them, Fletcher, they're back in the back room, putting in energy into the squad. To your point about the Premier League, this is one of the most interesting Premier League seasons. The whole table was just like upside down. Up till some months ago, we were in the title race for a minute over there. So it's been a very interesting season. I know Patrick has some questions for you as well.
Yeah, Sam, last year, the Europa League final, what a difference a year makes. We had you calling in. We had a Tottenham fan in here. We got in some physical alterations and stuff like that. What a difference a year makes.
Yeah, crazy.
We see Tottenham surviving on the last day.
I'm sure he's very happy with Tottenham's performance.
Tottenham surviving on the last day.
Today?
It was almost like Tottenham. We finished 15 and 16. Tottenham, and this year we finished third, and Tottenham finished again right above relegation on the last day. So you sort of echoed earlier sentiments on the season, but what was your highest and the lowest point of the season for 25-26?
I mean, lowest point probably early on, like going out. How do we lose to Grimsby? I mean, come on, that's early in the season. I mean, that's low. right? Like that's low, 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 low. I mean, the highs have got to be the games against Arsenal, City, away to Liverpool. Um, you know, all those games. I mean, you know, doing the double over Liverpool was brilliant. Like it's great. So we've not done that in forever. I don't think it's been 10+ years. So you know, we've had some really good results in there. You know, if we didn't start like we did, who knows, right? But I still say it's too early for this team. Next season, who knows with the Premier League what it's going to do? No Pep. You know, Arsenal, can they do it again? Liverpool aren't what they were. Chelsea, who God knows, right?
I think I told you we're like 5 players away, and I don't think it's crazy because, like you said, okay, we have Arsenal there, but City, Liverpool is in flux, Chelsea is in flux, Tottenham just survived relegation, so why not us? I don't think. I'm not going to tell you the players, but what are the positions that we should focus on? Because the players are just like transfer silly season. I'm not gonna be naming names, but what are the positions that we should focus on?
I mean, centre mid is priority. Like, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if before the World Cup even starts, we sign 2 players, and then maybe we focus on one more after that. Sounds like the guy from Atalanta, he's one. Edison, and maybe, you know, now that West Ham have gone down, maybe Fernandez will be the other one. So, and then I'd be happy with that as a base, and then you know, go out for one of the big name ones, you know, the Elliot Anderson or your Tonali or something like that. I think that would be really, really strong for midfield. I think that's great. I think we need another striker. Can't just rely on Sesko. Even if it's bringing in somebody like with experience, like an older player, for cheap, free. There was talk of Welbeck. I mean, I wouldn't be against it. Like, you know, that kind of thing. Those are the 2 main areas for me. I mean, also probably a fullback of some sort. Can't be relying on Dallo and Luke Shaw. I'm sorry. Like Dallo is great. You know, great. I say that in quotations, but he's great going forward.
I have my thoughts. I'll keep it.
There's defensive duties. You know, who knows? Luke Shaw, to his credit, played 38 matches this season. Started every single Premier League game. You know, credit to him, right? He managed to do that. And then, you guys could come. You guys are all right. But, you know, I think we need a fullback for sure. I think centre of defence, you know, I think we'll be all right for another season. You know, we've got Maguire, Martinez, Delict, who knows? Like we kind of knew he was injury prone coming in, and he kind of like was all right. He was in and out, and then he was phenomenal before he got injured. You know, he's probably our best central defender. Lenny Euro, I expect to come on. Aiden Heaven, you forget about. So you know, I think we've got cover in the centre of defence. I just worry about the midfield, and they have to get that right.
I have a serious question regarding the manager appointee. You're from Manchester, obviously we know that. So you probably have friends and family, but it seems like there was an undercurrent on the social media about an anti-Carrick. Like, it's almost like if we forgot where we came from with Amarin, and then when we got Carrick, and then we were like, oh, we want someone better than Carrick. When, you know, I think his winning percentage probably is like 71% plus. So what's the word on the street in Manchester from your friends, from your family over there? Like, because it seems like if we see a lot of like former ex-players, ex-legends of the club, there's like a rift between Carrick in, Carrick out. But what are the people saying in Manchester in terms of like supporting Carrick? What can you tell us from like your friends and family over there?
From what I know, everybody that I knew was for Carrick. I think Carrick was the name. Like, he was the only option, especially after how this went. I mean, if he got us into Europa and maybe not top 3. I mean, I said to you guys on a previous interview, I was like, yeah, if he gets the top 3, it's done, right? But I was like, maybe like if he stumbles towards the end of the season, we finish 5th, still get that Champions League spot, but finish 5th, maybe there's a bit more doubt. But from what I know, you know, Carrick gets the full backing of the fans week in, week out at Old Trafford. I think it's the right appointment. And from people that I've talked to back home, they say the same thing. Big flashy name like Luis Enrique or something, like, but we've been there, done that. And you know, somebody that be there for 2.5 years, 3 seasons, and then buggers off to the next job. So I just like, I think with Carrick, you know, there's a chance for some longevity if he gets it right, and you know, some consistency. I mean, look at and I hate to compare us to Arsenal, but like, look, they stuck by Arteta for 5 seasons. They were shite at the beginning, and all their fans were Arteta out.
Yeah, but he stabilized the club.
Yeah,
he stabilized the club.
Second, and then finally got over the hurdle with a big couple of performances this season, and finally got there. So I think you've got to nail them down and be with the right, get the right blend of experience and youth in the team, and get the excitement back with the fans. And I think Carrick's done that, and I think that that's a huge thing, and I think that'll go a long way. And it's great that it's one of our former players that's taken this mantle, and hopefully he gets the back in, and next season, who knows what will happen? Let's see.
Absolutely. I would say Arteta is the Timo version of Carrick. So, absolutely. To close it out, I wanted you to reflect on Red Devils DC, the family, the group, the supporters club. It's the number one supporters club for Manchester United in North America. Just reflecting on how this season panned out, how we stuck together, and just the synergy of the group.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 11 years.
Yeah.
What's the future for Red Devils DC?
Yeah, no, it's,
and this season itself. Just
yeah,
reflecting
no,
on
it's a big testament to our fans. Like we've not had the easiest of times recently, but this group's continued to grow and grow and grow. Big shout out to Solace. Like we couldn't ask for a better home bar. They've been brilliant to us ever since we came here. 4 years ago now. It's crazy. It's flown by. But yeah, we couldn't ask for a better partnership here. But testament to people like yourselves, coming here week in, week out. I've been hit and miss this year, with a baby and that kind of thing. So I've just come down when I can. But he loves it here, so I love bringing him and that kind of thing. And I'm actually getting the eyes from the wife right now. She's giving me the eyes over there. It's like, got to wrap this up. But she's a great support too. She didn't know anything when she came into this. Her first game actually was at the Brig during our tour.
Really?
Yeah, so so like that was her. So yeah, me jumping on the tables at the Brig is like the first experience she got with this. And now we're married and have a baby.
She's like, can I keep up with this?
So boys, that's the formula, all right?
right.
So yeah,
That's
but
what's up.
Testament to you guys, everything you're doing here. It's brilliant. I love to see it. Like, continue growing. I love it. And
next season is going to be busy for us because we're going to be in the Champions League. That's at least 50, 60 games. Between 50 60 games next season. So we're definitely going to try to cover all. One last question from me in terms of the World Cup. What do you think? I mean, England has been to the World Cup final, right? And the Euro final, right? The last two tournaments. I mean, that's really close, and that's really far for England considering the previous 20 years. Outside of '96 Euros finals, you guys went to the finals. What are your chances on the English squad, and then what are your thoughts on the English squad, and then what are your thoughts on only one United player making the team?
I'm going to end on this, and then I'm going to drop the mic. No Maguire, no party.
Yeah, you've heard it. Shout out to the Joneses as well.
What a season! Like highs and lows. What are your thoughts? I mean, we heard Sam talking about his thoughts. What are your thoughts on the season and how we finish it out?
I think we came back second half of the season. With Carrick as a new manager, I think we did way better. I was always an Amarin in kind of person, but always supporting the club. But unfortunately, that didn't work out. But I already forgot about the first half of the season. I think the way Carrick came to the team and what he did, the way he got the team playing again. Great job. Hopefully, this continues now that he's our manager officially. I'm just looking forward to the next season and watching European soccer as well.
Yeah, I think the Amaroon. I think one of the weak points of United fans and supporters is that we always support the manager, we always support the player beyond making a U-turn. Because like mathematically, before I came, I queried AI, and based on Amaroon's win rate, we would have finished the season with 55 points, which would have kept us outside of Europe. Period. We wouldn't have even we would have finished below seventh. I want to say we wouldn't have made. Yeah, we would have been seventh or eighth. So, but it's tough. Like I don't think anyone expected us. Like I said, it was a tough season last. Finishing 15th or 16th or whatever, finishing right above Tottenham, and then coming back in the season, we kind of started slow. We weren't taking the onus to go into the top four. We were always like on the brink of top four, then we lose or draw. So I think it's just like I think Amarin did what he had to do in terms of getting rid of certain players, but I think Carrick coming in was just a fresher breath air. What do you think? I'm not going to ask you about the players because I think right now it's just so much rumors about players that we link to. But what do you think about the positions that we should be focusing on for the next season?
Casemiro, his position. I
Yeah.
think that our wingers, no wingers, but the right back and left back.
Okay.
I'm not a huge Dalot fan.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw, I like him, but he's always going to get injured.
Yeah.
I don't even know his contract is up. Luke Shaw.
Yeah, his contract was in 27.
Okay, so
1 year.
those three positions really.
Yeah.
Up front, I think with Sesko, we're good. With Acuna and Bumo.
Yeah, probably need a seasoned striker up top to kind of like show
but
Sesko.
to me, just that midfield and finding a Dalot replacement because I do not like him and I don't.
Yeah. What are your Sam shared us? Sam shared with us his low points and highlights of the season. What are yours? Low points, like your lowest point, like wow, this really happened.
I mean, I gotta say, Amarim, like the way that he wasn't able to bring the team to a
Everton losing to Everton, 10-man Everton,
look,
losing to Grimsby.
those games that we should have never lost. But I can't think of anything like particular. It's just as a whole, like the fact that we thought he was our savior and he wasn't again.
Yeah.
Nothing worked out, unfortunately. That's probably that was it.
Last question. So we know Arsenal won the league, but like we said, City, new manager, Liverpool is in flux, Chelsea is in flux. Like I think we are there to come second, potentially challenge, but I don't think for me my expectations next year is third or higher. What are your realistic expectations for next season? Considering all the changes in the Premier League, no Pep, Liverpool is in a mess, Chelsea is in a mess, and Arsenal can still be Arsenal next year. What are your chances? What are your realistic chances of a Man United season next year with 60 games, with 60 plus games, considering Champions League, FA Cup, everything?
Yeah, I was gonna say like it's gonna be tough because we have a lot more games. We ended up third, but we only played
40.
Yeah. But I think we can third or even second. I think is very realistic if we can play.
I agree with that.
Yeah. And hopefully the Carey signing with the club, like now he's settled.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can continue that because we've seen that where he's not a he's a young coach.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a lot of experience, so he can go either way.
Okay.
But I think second or third is.
Okay.
is very-
Yeah. I think. Sort of to Sam's point, I think right now the club needs to be stabilized. So third, second, that should be our goal for the next 2 years, and then we move on. But thanks a lot, Pablo.
Absolutely.
It was a good season, man. Thanks for coming through.
Fuck your Reds.
All right. Well, again, coming from Solace, Southwest, Southeast DC, this is the Red Devils District post-game summary for the season. Thank you for supporting us. For all the folks who checked us out on our podcast, on our socials, don't forget to follow us, like, and share. Definitely, we are coming back next season, bigger, greater, and see you next season, 2026-27 season.